In a world where quality business information is needed, we bring you On the Mic with Mike, the leading social enterprise business show in RVA. Join Mike King, the partnership guru, as he delivers game changers in Metro RVA. On the Mic with Mike showcases how business can help make society better. He discusses tech, culture, innovation, best business practices, and highlighting area nonprofits. Join Mike Monday through Friday, because it is the place where the best and brightest come to chat.
Hey, RVA, this is the Tam. You know another guy named Mike? Make sure you check out my main man, Mike King Biz. Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 a.m. on Sports 106.1. On the mic with Mike is the champion of business talk radio. You're starting to irritate me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike, the best business radio program around. I'm the host, Mike King, and I appreciate you being here with me. The views expressed here are mine. I have no connection to, support of, agreement with any other host, information or ads on the station. I don't work for the station. My program just airs here on a daily basis, and I'm grateful of that to be able to bring the information to you. On the Mic with Mike, we highlight partnerships, people, social enterprise. We even touch on some issues of the day, even some sports every now and then. I know it's shocking. You can follow me on all social platforms, hashtag Mike King Biz, hashtag On the Mic with Mike. We'd like to thank our show sponsors. Tom Childry, the credit card guy. If you got credit card merchant issues, Tom Childry's the man. He can help you. He can help you get paid. He knows everyone. He is a business advocate. So check out Tom Childry, the credit card guy, as well as Andy Taylor and Junk Luggers. If you got things around the house that need to be removed, everything from a bike to an entire house, Andy Taylor can help you. If you got people that need to be removed, don't call Andy. Stop giving gas money, stop cooking, change the internet password, something. But he can help you with that. Andy Taylor and Junk Luggers, they're eco-friendly. Plus, they do a lot with the community. They got the Remix Market, which is up in the center of the universe, Ashland, where they fix up items and sell them to the public and donate the money. That's where I rock with him, as well as Mama Michelle's Cafe. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you the best and the brightest. That's what I always say. That's why we're the best program. You can find me here, ESPN Richmond 106.1, as well as on the Choice 105.3. It's kind of like old home, a family week. We got friends coming back to the program. So today's going to be an exciting show. We got Mark Cheatham. Cheech is here.
It's good, Mike.
Okay. We got the good folks from the Kickers who are here. Go ahead. We got Rob Ukrops here. Okay.
Hey, Mike. How are you? Thanks for having me. This is our director of comms lead, Nathan Heichel.
Nathan, welcome to the program. So, ladies and gentlemen, we go back a way. So, Cheech is the person I straight up stole the ladies and gentlemen from.
That is true.
That is true.
I was thinking of it.
Hey, I put the stamp on it. I couldn't think.
It's all right.
But you know what? It's just like the name of the program. On the Mic with Mike, straight out of Bad Boys. Couldn't think of anything else. So, Cheech was with us down in Chester. He came to visit. Rob Ukrops, you came over when we were on WJFN radio. You guys really quickly let the folks know who you are and why we're here today.
Well, I'm Rob Ukrop, and I've been part of the Kickers family at some point since 1993, and we're just so grateful to be here on your show. And I know you're gonna model the scarf.
There we go. We got the scarf here, straight up from the last time you visited. So for all the folks who are just on radio, sorry. So folks who are checking this out on video, I am rocking the Kickers scarf, and thanks to Rob and sorry, man, I don't want to steal your thunder. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just modeling.
Oh, no. We're proud. We represent the longest consecutive running professional soccer franchise in the United States.
Really?
So, yeah, we've got Charleston Battery beat by one day. We played on a Friday night. They opened up on a Saturday. So
really quickly, we're here to talk about other things, but you guys open up your facility. I was there with the good friends hitting cancer below the belt. That was a horrible day out there that day. Rain was blowing every direction.
How fast did you run? You made your run fast.
I
right?
said that I was there promoting the show. I did a remote. That's what I was there. I was a public servant. I should have been doing more than I look like you. But alrighty. So why are you guys here today? I'm trying to keep this on track.
Well, we're excited. We've got a big community event. Our last home game of the season, October 16th, 6:30 at City Stadium, and Mark and Elliot have been fantastic in terms of bringing some partnerships to the table. Right now, we're trying to raise some money to have people donate to bring some of the kids from Sacred Heart Center and the Partnership for the Future, two organizations, nonprofits that are very near and dear to our heart. And it's a community. We want people to come in and support one another. The beautiful thing about soccer is the world's largest, biggest, best game. It's a 2-hour game, right? So you come out and you get to just be with people, and this is what soccer does. It brings people together, and we're excited to be that unit here in Richmond that just brings people from all walks of life.
All right, Nathan, you're here. We see the kickers information out there in a lot of places. They stay, in top of mind. Let folks know about how you do that and the importance of the kickers with the community here in Richmond.
Yeah, we've got an incredibly diverse team on the kickers. We've got multiple players from Argentina, Costa Rica, players from all across the country as well. So my job as the director of digital media, I embed with the team. And so, I just want to tell the stories of the guys, show the content, show their personalities, and really just connect. I'm the bridge between people who like the kickers and the team themselves.
And helping folks who don't really know or understand, just to come out for the experience. That's what it is. You want to get folks out there. You guys take care of folks. So, and partner up. So I get a call. I'm just a humble public servant on the mic with Mike right here. I'm minding my business. My man Cheech says, "Hey, I got this thing going on. Your name is all right." So we got to give a shout out to the Cheech movement. Cheech, how do you get your stuff into the time capsule? That's all I want to know.
So that, thanks, Mike. No, I appreciate
exactly.
it. No, at the really heart of everything that the blog and the shows and all the stuff that we've done in the past, it's really all about community and bringing people together. And as you mentioned, giving Richmonders, and especially youth Richmonders, opportunities that they've never had before. And so one of the things that's always striking, and I understand that community engagement is difficult at times, but we have a wonderful soccer franchise that has been here for many years, right in the heart of the city, that play at City Stadium, right in the heart of the city. And the experience in communication with nonprofits and Black and brown children, getting them to the game is something that they just can't miss out on this opportunity. So there are kids all over Richmond that may have never experienced a Kickers game, may have never been in the stadium and seen the atmosphere and seen the Red Army. And when we were partnering through Elliott and River City 93 in their podcast, it's a wonderful podcast that is an independent podcast that works with the Kickers. One of the things that came up is, how do we get more Richmond City kids through nonprofits, through youth organizations, through churches, to have that experience at the game? And what we've come up with on October 16th is a pilot program that will, we've selected Sacred Heart Center and Partnership for the Future, two wonderful organizations in Richmond, to get their communities to the game, to have the experience, and hopefully they'll become lifelong fans.
One of the things that we see is, so the Kickers are really great with embedding themselves in the DNA of things that are happening in Richmond. So why don't you guys talk a little bit about like the diversity of the sport and getting kids, Black and brown kids, into the sport here and learning it early. So there are other options besides football and basketball and the things that people know. And because a lot of people really don't know that it is the biggest sport in the world. That LeBron James is not the biggest star, in the world. There is, there's somebody else who's bigger than him on a worldwide basis.
Yeah, I would say for many years, the last 18 months have been an incredible challenge for us, because our players are in their COVID bubble. They're not allowed to be active in the community. We put them on digital media and the social things, but having them interact with kids, that's been kind of tied up based on the COVID protocols with USL League One. We're anticipating here in the next couple of months, and then even next year, much more activity in terms of, hey, you want to meet Emiliano Terzaghi? We're going to have him at a clinic, and you're going to get to have some FaceTime. If you're going to be with Devontae DeVos, you're going to have some FaceTime with him. But right now, we're getting closer to that point. We're excited. For many years, we've done Richmond Kickers soccer clinics, pick a part of town, right? One of my favorite experiences back with the World Cup several years back, we did a partnership with the Police Athletic League. We went to all the different housing projects in the city. And every time we rolled up with the police and the soccer balls and our team, you guys got there, you were like, what's happening? And all of a sudden, you roll out the ball, and kids love balls. They love to participate. They love to learn. And for us, it's been a great thing. Now, the thing is, how do we activate these families and these kids from across the Richmond region? How do we get them out to the stadium to see a game? Because once you come to a game, you kind of get the soccer bug, most people.
On the mic with Mike, we got Rob here, we got Cheats, we got Nathan, all talking about a great event that we have coming up. So it's October the 16th. How can people get involved and help getting kids out there, getting people involved and getting the word out?
Well, that's great. And you guys Mike, you're one of the first people who are actually talking about this publicly, but it's really exciting. And I we're calling it kind of a ticket angel program, because basically same concept as angel investors, right? Here in the show. But what we have is we have a link that we've been spreading around, and I'm sure through the great people that we work. I'd be remiss to say Will Selden, Alan Carr, wonderful staff at the Richmond Kickers, along with Elliot and their team as well, have just been phenomenal in the sense of coming up with this concept of basically reaching out to the community and saying we've selected 2 amazing nonprofits in the city that serve Richmond youth, that serve minority Richmond youth, Latino populations, African American populations, and say through these nonprofits for this game on October 16th, we want to give these kids the best experience possible. And we're doing that by a link in which angel givers can buy a ticket. They would buy it. It's a reduced price ticket, because ultimately all of these will be kind of a bulk ticket purchase.
Okay.
But when they buy the ticket from this specific link, and I will be clear, there are 3 links. There's a link that will financially benefit Sacred Heart Center. There's a link that a regular ticket price will financially benefit Partnership for the Future as well. And then there's an angel ticket link, which is a little bit reduced. But when you buy that ticket from the link, you won't get the ticket. The ticket will go into the pool of tickets, and then we'll have a pool of tickets that will be distributed amongst those 2 nonprofits for their children and their chaperones to be able to come to the game. We're working as we speak. It's actually a fan appreciation day. So I know that during the game on the 16th, there's going to be a bunch of different activities and giveaways. We're going to try to make it as special for the nonprofit kids as possible, but I think it'll be a special day for the general audience as well.
On the mic with Mike, Cheech is here, Rob, Nathan. Okay, Rob, you've been here before. You know how I get some. My wife calls it's my kumbaya moment. Always asking people about hope. Cheech got hope. Rob has hope. Nathan, sir, you're the communications guy. How do you let people know that the Kickers care and want to be part of the community? How do you convey that from a marketing standpoint to let people know? You can't brag all the things that you do, but you kind of got to let people know, because you got a world-class organization right here in Richmond.
Yeah, I think our messaging, it really starts at the top, both from Rob's leadership as well as our chief sporting officer and our head coach, Darren Sawatsky. He's really big in bringing in character. And so the kinds of guys that you see on the field for the Kickers, everybody is expected to be a leader in the community. And so what we're trying to do is we're just trying to show, how accessible both the Kickers are, how soccer is. It's probably one of the easiest sports to play as far as, making just a pickup game happen. All you need is a ball, maybe put 2 sticks in between each other, and then that's where you're trying to score your goal. You don't need a basketball hoop, certainly don't need a whole bunch of hockey gear or football gear. It's an incredibly easy sport to pick up and learn. And so what we want to do then is make the professional game that much more accessible for people in the area. And so my job as the director of digital media is to just share the stories of our players and show that, it doesn't matter where you come from, soccer is a game for you. And we want to, be one of the leaders in American soccer as we try and grow the game, because it's one of the world's biggest games, but I think it kind of falls by the wayside a little bit here in America. And we're working on that right now. We want more and more people to play it. If you had the opportunity to watch the U.S. men's national team over the week, the team is getting a lot more diverse even than what I experienced. I just recently turned 30, and like when I was growing up, the team looks a lot different than what the team looks like now.
Did you just say you turned 30?
Yeah, I turned 30.
All right, so I'm not even gonna we ain't even going there with the jokes because that seemed like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But that's what you're gonna say that at some point,
Yeah.
But it has changed a lot. That before people knew the women's team, and the women's team carried it, and you see all of the acclaim. Rob, could you talk about like the evolution of soccer, where we're coming? Because before it was kind of like the fringe, and to have people understand the level of soccer that they can get right here with the Kickers in Richmond.
Yeah, I mean, the evolution is simple. In 1993, when we were founded, there's a bunch of college kids and they wanted to keep playing the game. And a guy named Bobby Lennon and Cookie Ketchum gave us all an opportunity to be part of it. And just slowly, the way that things have changed in terms of the world. And, like Nathan just said, it's a very easy entry point to get into soccer.
Okay.
It just takes a round ball. I mean, you think of the great Brazilian players that started off with grapefruits and just objects that were round, Pelé. So all these different things are growing. There's more on TV. My generation, and I'm plus 50 these days, I grew up playing, and now my kids like to play, and we understand the soccer. A 1-0 soccer game can be just as exciting as a 1-0 baseball game. That's always been the hard fight for a lot of people. It's boring, it's too slow, but the amount of athleticism that you see, and some of the best athletes in America are now choosing not to play basketball or football or baseball. They're getting into soccer because you start seeing this larger scale. And I would say the biggest evolution, the biggest game changer has been FIFA. Right, being able to go on to play FIFA on a video game for these kids. My son, his friends, they know all these players I've never heard of, and I love soccer.
So soccer did the same thing like for basketball. So I'm not a gamer, so but when you, no, and it's shocking. People may not believe that, but so soccer did the same thing for you there with that basketball did and baseball did for the gaming.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, you got all these kids that grow up playing FIFA on the video game, and it's brought them to the game. And now they're like, well, what does it actually really look like? And then you watch, if you look at the World Cup numbers, they dwarf any Super Bowl there is, right? That's just how it works. And there's so many people engaged. And, the best selling point too for people, if you come out to a game, you're out there, we kick off at 6:30, you're leaving by 8:30, unless there's a massive weather delay. It's tidied up, it's nice and clean. You can get your kids back to bed. You can go on to the rest of your evening. But we really want to be that place where people can come together, and we like the fact that people have diverse ideas, and whether it's politics, whether it's faith, whatever it is, the ability to come to an event as we come out of COVID and people can actually sit next to each other and have a healthy discussion versus, hey, I'm going to tweet at you or post on your social media. It's nice to have a dialogue and just find people's perspective and really see what's in their heart. Because America, we have so many things that bring us together, and there's so many things that we have in common. There's only a few things that pull us apart at times.
That's true.
So how do we get people in the stadium together, cheering on your hometown team? We appreciate all that you do. And Cheech, you've been fantastic. You've been a great advocate over the last couple of months to move this thing forward. I'll put this out there right now. If you have a nonprofit out there and you like the soccer clinic, we'll make it happen. rucrop@richmondkickers.com. Everybody has my cell phone, so feel free to call me, email me, but we'll come out and get a soccer clinic done for you.
All right. So one of Mike, I'd be remiss if I didn't give you a shout out for the way that you engage your fans. I know you guys just lost one of your oldest fan. You guys, I saw the poster. Let's talk a little bit about that and show some love to the person who passed away. We got to do that for a minute.
Yeah. So that was my wife's grandmother, Gigi. She passed away. She was having some troubles in her retirement home. So we moved her in with us. So she was with us for 8 months, and, she was in hospice when she came in, and she lasted the whole 8 months, and she was incredible. She loved it. She had some daily interaction, and she called us the cookies. She loved the rainbow cookies and kind of conflated rainbow cookies and the Richmond Kicker. So,
And it became that.
Yeah, and that became that. So she was a great advocate and a cheerleader. And, like everybody in this room, there's always people in your life that cheer you on, even when times get hard and your head's down. And she was one of those people that always found the bright side. And when you make it almost 101,
You got
see a
that
lot
right.
of bright sides. So
101. I got 41 to go. I should be good. Well,
Yeah.
All right. On the mic with Mike, ESPN Richmond. We got to go away and pay some bills. I always say the microphone ain't free. Plus my granddaughter needs stuff. So we'll be back on the other side.
Hi, I'm Tom Childry, the credit card guy with Beyond.
All righty, we're back. I can't give you a.
You can't,
man.
you can't.
I can't divulge my secrets, but that's why he doesn't say who he is. Exactly.
You know who it is.
Because you know who it is.
Yeah, you know.
Exactly.
Well, you know who I am.
Like this one right here.
Make sure you check out my man, Mike King Biz. His program,
I got a better.
with Mike OVA, is the best business-ish radio program in RVA. Mike King Biz Radio can be heard on ESPN Richmond 106.1 and The Choice 105.3. Many listen every day, and you should too.
on the Mike with Mike, the best business radio program around. That's because we get the best. You know, we get the best folks shouting us out. We don't call names. We don't drop names. We're above that around here. For legal reasons. That's for sure. On the Mike with Mike, ESPN Richmond 106.1. That's we are. Mike, Nathan, Rob Cheats is here with us. All righty. We're talking about the October 16th event. Let's drop some more information on our good listeners.
I'll start by just saying that this is kind of the end of the season. This is the last home game of the regular season on October 16th. So it's imperative that we have, the Kickers have a lot of community support. We're extremely ecstatic to be able to provide an opportunity for nonprofits, Sacred Heart Center, a Partnership for the Future, to have their experience with their kids and their chaperones come to the game. It's critically important. I think Nathan and Rob will tell you that it's critically important during this critical time of the season that they have fan support. I will say, and this is one of the things that got me involved in this project to begin with. I have a 6-year-old son. He loves sports. October 16th will be the first game that he goes to.
Okay.
And that is something that is exciting, I think, for young people that look like my son Cameron and look like myself. And I was so excited. And it's also something that was kind of alarming in regards to how do we get more kids, more involvement, more youth, those that may not be as familiar or engaged with the game of soccer, which is a beautiful game, to the game.
Okay.
And especially, I think they're going to tell you a little bit about this critical.
Okay, we got about 30 seconds. We got to wrap it up.
They're a critical juncture of the season.
You guys got to come back again. We ain't done yet. So go ahead, real quick.
Well, I guess we're doing a speed round here. If you like the Premier League, if you like watching Serie A, if you like watching Bundesliga, turn your Saturday mornings into Saturday nights. Come out to City Stadium, watch your professional soccer team. Certainly, if you like VCU basketball, have you seen the atmosphere and you love the drums, the music, the screaming, the shouting? Come out to a Kickers game. It's just like going to a VCU basketball game, experiencing that soccer culture. It's going to be really good, and we're pushing for the playoffs, so we need everybody out.
All righty, Rob, real quick. How can people find you?
You can find us on ESPN Plus every time we have a home game, or CBS 6.3 locally. But you find us at richmondkickers.com. We love to support the community. Thank you, guys.
ESPN Richmond, Mike King here. We got to run. I'm styling, the scarf. Make sure you support these guys. They're going to come back because we ain't done yet. All right, thanks, Don. Take care.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay.